Well, it's day 4 of the 7-day trip, and I don't think I'm getting into Collins Inlet to fish there, so today, at least this morning, I'm going to work the south side of Philip Edward Island. I don't have any faith in it, but at least it's shallow and therefore warmer, which is a good thing in spring, so worth a shot. Trying to just either use jerk baits or kind of pop this along bottom slowly. Again, this is similar smelt or alewife profile and color more or less. I know I've taken a lot of landscape photos or videos on this trip, but it really is so spectacular here. I'm just trying to capture it as best as I can. It's one of those trips where it would definitely be nice to have someone here to enjoy it with, but I'm sure I'll manage to fill the emotional void somehow. Back under the tarp, but no shortage of work to be done here. Also, I found essentially a wishbone in my work here, and I've decided if the right hand breaks it off, then I'm going to catch a big fish. If the left breaks it off, then no fish. There we go. I don't know, neither of them really won. It broke exactly at the joint. So, I've gleaned nothing from this. I have no idea what the fish situation is going to be. Well, the rain in the last 24 hours has put a dent in the inlet. It's definitely backing off, and there are icebergs drifting all over. I'm going to take this rock, chuck it onto it, see if it'll break it. What I really want to do is step on the iceberg. It looks pretty sturdy, but I'm not going to do that. Yep. So the rain has abated for a little bit, and while it makes up its mind, I'm playing a little game called Lift Stuff Up and See If There's Stuff Under It. The goal of the game, as its name suggests, is to lift stuff up and see if there's stuff under it. So far, only a couple of wood roaches, a millipede, and that's it. But what I'm hoping to find are salamanders, snakes, and the like. Cool spiders. When I was a little boy, I used to love catching garter snakes in the park and bumblebees in a jar. Little has changed. Just more wood roaches. There's a bunch. Jackpot. I just cleaned into my fingernails too. Okay, I've disturbed enough habitats for one day. Just one word: serenity. Well, back under the tarp again this morning. It's been raining for a couple hours. Rain is already pooling up under the tent despite my best efforts. yeah, I wish I had made it better. I've been more rain prepared. Can't go in my tent because then I'll push the water up through the nylon floor. So I'm pretty much stuck under here. Just gonna make some, I started a fire for no reason, just for something to do. And I'm going to make some obligatory tea on it now. Well, I had some obligatory tea, orange pekoe, and decided that I had nothing else to do besides make more obligatory tea. So I'm going to make white cedar tea. I don't think I've done it before. I've had white pine tea, and it was very bland, not really good. So I haven't made it again. That was like 2 years ago. And I've just made man-made teas, which are much more delicious, but something to do. This is how they used to fend off scurvy, of course. Voyagers and settlers from Europe, they were dying by the scores of scurvy over the winter until the First Nations people told them that they could just boil some of these. It was a simple and abundant solution. It was right in front of their eyes, but never could have known. That is the benefit of local knowledge. Okay, so I've got the leaves, cedar leaves, pretty densely packed in with the water, and now I'm just going to boil them. And unlike regular tea, you don't steep these, you actually boil them. Looks pretty delicious. But it doesn't really matter how it looks, does it? Still need the lid for this. I love this little pot. Alright, let's see. Doesn't smell very good. Actually, that's pretty decent. I like it a lot more than the white pine tea I made. White pine needle tea, I should say. Pretty good. I can feel my scurvy symptoms melting away. Well, I've been under here for hours now, and based on the forecast, it's probably going to be many hours more. And with the wind and the rain, inevitably everything begins to dampen, along with one's spirits. But that's what lunch is for. So I'm going to make lunch now. I'm going to boil up that rainwater and make something. First, I'm going to have a glass of rainwater. Nice. Alright folks, welcome to Backcountry Cooking Ontario. I'm your host, Giontario, and today we're going to be making an Italian-inspired dish. Let's get started, shall we? Now if you're following along at home, I know your first question is going to be, is he going to have that shit-eating grin all episode? And the answer, of course, is yes, this is a cooking show. So, your second question, what are the ingredients? Okay, so I've already got the water on, so I have a little head start on you. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll catch up. First ingredient is macaroni and cheese. Second, butter. Third, cracked pepper. Fourth, sriracha. And sorry folks, you're not going to find this one at your local grocery. You're going to have to go to the specialty shop. And then a vegetable medley. Cauliflower, broccoli, and oops, carrots. Those don't go in, they're just for snacking. Now you're gonna like this one because the instructions are real simple. Step 1, make craft dinner. Step 2, eat craft dinner. So tonight when your sugar mama gets home from work, you're gonna have a delicious supper on the table and she'll thank you for it. It's getting nasty. I'm getting cold and wet. Getting pretty intense. I'm hoping this is the wrap up or something, because I gotta get out of here. I've been under here for 7 hours, just keeping the stove going. Something finally came loose. Worst possible scenario. It was my main line. The pulley cord ripped. So I'm not gonna lie, I almost threw up there. I've inhaled way too much smoke today under the tarp from running this thing all day. I'm just letting it die out now because I can't take the smoke anymore. I'm the ridgeline now. Please let this end soon. Seems to have finally wrapped up. But I'm gonna wait it out a few minutes in case it starts up. I essentially had to stay here and hold this up because it's keeping what firewood I have dry. And if I leave and take it down, then I have nowhere to go. The tent I know is going to be soaked on the bottom, so hopefully that's it. This wind is nuts. It's the kind of wind where if you open your mouth into it, you can't even breathe. Oh. Oh, I just laid back in this and it feels so good. I've been waiting for this all day. I don't need anything else right now. I also got my heavier coat on for the first time today. I've been holding out on it because in the shoulder season I try to treat it like a survival item, so I didn't want it to get wet at all. So now that the rain is done, it seems like I'm okay to wear it. Look at this thing without me in it. Still getting hammered by wind, but it's drying everything out, so it's okay. Cheers to survival. Well, generally I prefer if the sun comes out earlier than 10 minutes before sunset. But I'm ending the day dry, so that's all that matters. Well, in a fitting conclusion to the day, I'm back at the stick stove. The fire pit, all the shoreline is just very windy right now, so I'm here instead. I just want to make some popcorn. It's a warm reward after a cold day. Oh yeah, that's more like it. Well, despite all the rain in the last 3 days, still plenty of ice down there. It's receded quite a bit since I got here, but not happening on this trip. I'm heading out tomorrow, so today's my last full day, so yeah, not getting in there. Oh god, these guys are trying to break through the ice. This guy's trying to blast along the ice, edge of the ice, and create big waves that'll knock it up. there's like at least a kilometer of ice there, and most of it's still 8 inches thick. Stupid and dangerous. Sheer madness what this guy's doing. He's been going at it for like over half an hour, just bashing his way through the ice. He's gonna get stuck or capsize. And if that happens, there's only one rescue boat around, and it's a 15-foot canoe for the 3 people in that boat and a dog. He's made it in a pretty good ways, but he has a long way to go. Found another minnow, different variety this time, and it also has something weird kind of around its I don't know, neck, if you want to call it that. This one I think is just a shiner, standard bait fish, but yeah, it's got a crazy growth here. Bizarre. Oops, sorry buddy. Anyway, he's dying too, like that other. Let him go, but he's not gonna make it. Well, that boat finally gave up. He went at it for an hour, battled with tons and tons of ice. I'm gonna give up fishing, I think, now. I'm just in a shallow area, some reeds, which is good pike territory in spring. It's dark bottom too, so it warms up faster, but can't even find any fish at all, not even a little eater. So, tried my best. Just gonna enjoy the rest of the day, forget about fishing. This goose has been with me all week. He's not left my side. He's my best friend. He's either been there on the south shore of camp or on that little island right there all week. And he's looked at me 1,000 times. Hey, old sport! Hey, yeah, you! Over here. You're on camera. Yeah. What do you have to say? He never opens up on camera. For the first course this evening, we've got cheesy, spicy sriracha, mashed potatoes with cheese. May not look very good, but it is. Get your own dinner, Gary. Look at Gary over here. He's having a straight up gander at my dinner. Keeps walking a little closer, a little closer. Go eat grass. Go poop on a golf course. Second course is a bucket of stuffing. Smells delicious. And the third and final upcoming course is roasted goose. Gary's going to be helping me out with that. He knows what's about to happen, but he's being a good sport. Hey, Gare? Yeah. Truth be told, I pity Gary. When I arrived here, he appeared to have a mate, but another goose flew in, and I guess it was a bigger, stronger, more handsome male, perhaps with a higher income, and and he stole her away. So I understand Gary's demeanor. He's hurting, but he's hanging in there. But in all seriousness, Gary is a close friend. I wouldn't dream of eating him today. And despite his troubles with the ladies this season, he's a young guy. I think he's got a lot going for him. I think next year is going to be the year for him. He's really friendly, charismatic, and if I'm being honest, sexy. He's a sexy goose. So you'll have your time, buddy. You'll have your time. Okay, I'm gonna go see if Gary wants to make contact. I think he needs a friend. Hey, Gary. You don't have to go. We can talk. It's okay for guys to talk about their feelings, you know? Come on over. Yeah. Why don't we talk? Hey. Don't run away from me. Don't run away from your feelings. We're friends. Man. Yeah. Come here. I thought we were cool, man. Don't turn your back on me. No. No. Don't you walk away. Don't walk down. No. Okay. Okay. Fine. Sometimes you can only help people who want help, right? I tried. Well, just winding down the trip here with a fire. Gary's just over there. He's the funniest bird I've ever seen. I was just processing some firewood, and suddenly he's over there, and he just zoomed back over here close to me, like for protection or something. I don't see any predators or anything. It's weird. I'm gonna miss him. So the shooting star that I thought I saw last night was actually a meteor. There was a meteor shower peaking this weekend, and I saw another one last night. So I stayed up a little later tonight to try and see it again, and they're amazing stars tonight. But more interestingly, there is a very mild aurora going on. It's just pale green glow. But I'm gonna stay up a little later and hopefully this will turn into something more significant. It's happening. I'm watching an aurora. It won't pick up on film, but I'll take photos. I'm in disbelief. I've tried so hard for this so many times, and it's coming on stronger and stronger. I'm getting shivers. This is unreal. There are just beams shooting up into the sky and fading into darkness and stars. It's absolutely incredible. Waited a long time for this. This is the first time in my life I'm seeing a real display. Wow. Well, that is it. Packing up. I'm on the leeward side of my island right now. And on the other side, there is a strong wind, and it's a tailwind. So, an aurora, and then a tailwind to send you out. It's the best send-off I've ever had, for sure. Last night, that aurora wasn't vivid. It wasn't the best aurora of all time, but it was just unforgettable for me. All right. Into the icebergs. Oh yeah, and Collins Inlet is just about broken up. It'll probably break up today with these winds. All the wind yesterday really destroyed it, so I'm missing getting in there to my fishing spot by hours. Well, I followed the wind down this long bay, and it's absolutely prime pike spawning territory. The fact that I'm not getting anything is nuts. No toothy critters. No northern pike, no northerns, no pike, no jackfish, no jacks, no snakes, no water wolves, no snot rockets. What else do people call pike? It's got to be the most nicknamed fish there is in the province anyway. Gators. I think that's it. The swells are starting to get pretty big, and that makes me uneasy. If I capsize here, it would be grim. Okay, that was unpleasant. Just came around a big point, and 2 to 3 feet swells. It's just so unnerving when you know the water is life-threateningly cold. Anyway, I'm gonna get packed up better and put this camera away. Inside of my camera bag, I keep a dry bag for it, for the whole bag to go in. Well, I'm back to the protection of Killarney Harbour. Feels good. It was a little hairy out there, but still within my comfort level. It was manageable. I wasn't imperiling myself terribly. Anyway, tough to get skunked on this trip. I was really looking forward to catching some big fish, but what I wanted more than anything was to reconnect with nature after a long winter, and definitely did that. Georgian Bay, it's just beauty and power. An amazing place. Hey, can you fill her up with regular, please?